Hey everyone, welcome back. For those of you who are new, hi there, my name is JoJo and this is JoJo Budgets. Today's video is my sinking fund closeout video for the month of September. And these are all of our sinking funds. I have quite a few. I love sinking funds. They have really been a game changer for our family, and especially in allowing us to maintain a debt-free journey, because all of these are expected expenses that come about. They just are ones that come about at once or twice a year, but you know they're going to happen, and they can be budget busters. So these are our family's expenses. We have a home, we live in an HOA, we also have a timeshare, we have different subscriptions, we have bills that are paid quarterly, such as our garbage, my husband and I's clothes, our kids' clothes, holidays, Christmas, a vacation. We would love to take one someday and we just want to have that money stashed away. Car maintenance. Our tags are coming up. Actually, I should be having a tag in the mail anytime. There's a water park where we live at, different subscriptions, my kids' school pictures, some family pictures, that should be happening soon, and then extracurricular activities whenever that is an option. Back to school, we're going to get that built back up because we depleted this quite a bit, and just other various certifications. Our pets, we have a monthly budget for our pets, but this is more for vet bills or if we were to purchase a pet or get any special, more expensive things for them. And this, my face category, is what I set aside from any spending money that's left over within our variable expenses to save up for those more expensive beauty purchases that I kind of want to splurge on. All right, everyone, I'm going to get you switched over to my paycheck budget sheet so we can look at those tables that serve as my transaction log, and we'll start filling this out. Here we are at my paycheck budget sheets. The budget sheets I'm going to be using to close out my sinking funds are going to be paycheck number 2 for the month of August. Because of the dates it encompassed was August 28th to September 10th. And then paycheck number 1 for the month of September went from September 11th to September 24th. So it's August 28th until September 24th for my sinking funds. The paycheck numbers and things just kind of went a little wonky. We get paid every other week, and in the month of July we ended up with 3 paychecks, but that third paycheck really spilled over a lot into August. So as the paychecks and the weeks kind of fall together, the dates that each paycheck is covering will make a little more sense when it's associated with that month. I'll show you this document. It has our income, our fixed expenses, our variable expenses, and then down here is also this sinking fund table. So when I do my weekly check-in, if there's any transactions from sinking funds on my transaction log, then I will reconcile it on this table. This serves as a reconciliation transaction log for my sinking funds for each week. So just to show you an example, yesterday, oops, I forgot to check those off. I did my week 2 check-in for paycheck number 1 right here. And you can see we had a purchase from Walmart for car maintenance. That was for oil changes on the cars and then for a gift. So over here we have that category, and I just note it on week 2 within this table. Now what I'll do is get you guys switched over to see those tables side by side so you can kind of get an idea of what we spent this month. Okay, so here are the 2 tables. I hope this doesn't look like just a lot of color and numbers and words, but all I want you to focus on are these 2 tables. This is from paycheck number 2, so week 3 and week 4, and paycheck number 1, week 1 and week 2 from those paychecks. So 4 weeks. You can see just some of the expenses. We had a lot of back to school, getting the kids some clothes, I purchased a shirt at Walmart one day. Home maintenance, my husband is installing a sliding barn door into our laundry, and he just needed like a 4x4 or a 2x2, I think, for that. That was from Home Depot for $15. Christmas, yes, we are already starting to stock up on some Christmas stuff. And then this My Face category is, again, my beauty, anything I want to stow away for beauty purchases. This car maintenance, as I said, was oil change and then a gift. So now what I'll do, now that you guys have an understanding of where I'm pulling numbers from and how I use these tables on my paycheck budget sheets, I'll get you switched back to the sinking fund table, and we'll plug in these numbers and get the sinking funds closed out. Okay, here we are back at this table where all of those different categories for sinking funds are. We are going to start at the top and work our way down to plug in those numbers. So we did have that purchase from home maintenance from Home Depot for that 2x2 that was for $15.15. Next was clothes, my shirt. I had bought that shirt for $8.24. Kids clothes, in total we spent $183.98. You guys, I have 3 kids. My teenager, he's starting to kind of balance out, but I have a 15, 7, and 3-year-old, and they're just, growth spurts are going on like crazy. I'm trying to keep up, but we might end up cash flowing some clothes as well. See, there was one from Gifts and Holidays that was $14.26. Okay, next was Christmas, $99.97. Nothing for vacation. Car maintenance was $60. Okay, and then back to school. Down here, that was $74.83. It was a little more clunky this year getting the back to school stuff, just because, you know, the school was trying to figure everything out. So I wasn't really able to make my one shopping trip for back to school with everybody's lists and all that fun stuff. It just kind of came in whenever I got new information, and yeah, which is fine. You know, it's perfectly reasonable. Now what we'll do is total these out. So I know that I budget every month. You'll see it on my fixed expenses. I transfer over $935. That's what all of this equals to. But I'm adding this $60.79 in addition to that from the My Face category. So we'll just add that together. And what we ended up adding was $995.79. When you add all of the expenses from the sinking funds categories, what we ended up spending was $456.43. Now what I will do is add, subtract, come back with my new ending balance and our new ending total at the end of the month. Okay, so I've gone ahead and written everything down over here. As you can see, I could not make it through without using some whiteout. There's a lot of numbers going into the calculator for my sinking funds. I know some people will like round the numbers and things and not keep the change, but there's something I appreciate about having exact numbers. So even though it's difficult, this does make me happy when everything adds up, even if it does take some extra time and I make some mistakes. But I do have a way of double checking myself. So I had actually written this down incorrectly over here. So our starting balance at the end of August, beginning of September was $3,638.35. Now I will correct I have a Velocity Banking monthly check-in, and that's where our sinking funds are housed, is within our HELOC for a Velocity Banking strategy that we're doing. Definitely not going to be going into that on this video, but for those of you who have been watching my videos, I'll update that number in there as well. So how I will double check myself is I'll take this 36, 38, 35 plus the 995.79, and then I'll minus this 456.43. And when I add together all of these numbers, it should also equal this number, this 4177.71. And if there's any sort of discrepancy, I'll kind of figure out what the difference is between those two, and that'll point me to where the most likely source is based on the dollar or change amount. So that's kind of how I approach it. But everything is coming out correctly now and has been sufficiently whited out. But we are wrapping up September sinking funds with $4,177.71. You may have also noticed that we are overextended, or we used more than what we had in the kids' clothes sinking fund, and there are still some things I need to buy for my kids. I will sell their old clothes and shoes on Facebook Marketplace or buy from there as well, or there's a Once Upon a Child store where I live. It's like a consignment store for kids' clothes, and I'll sell there or buy from there, especially for things like snow boots, like for my little guy for sure. But that is anything that I sell on Facebook Marketplace that's kids' clothes, I'm going to just transfer into this kids' clothes fund just to get that built back up, because it's just a never ending. They always need something, you know, or we'll just end up cash flowing because they need clothes. So you just do what you got to do. But now what I will do to wrap up closing out the sinking funds is on a new nice clean non-whited out sheet is transcribe the ending balance for September to the beginning balance for October. And I'll meet you guys back here once that's done. All right, everything has now been transcribed from September to October sinking funds. We have all of our contributions, our numbers are correct. And that is going to wrap up this video, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you're enjoying the contents of this channel, please consider subscribing. I hope you all enjoyed watching and have a fabulous day, and I'll see you later.